What were you doing out here last night? I saw someone kidnap someone, like a kid. Tell me what you saw again. Someone in a big old coat with someone over their back. Uh-huh. And you chased them down here? Yeah, and I got to the fence and they were up in the woods. Alright, thank you, Mae. I knew you were just gonna brush this off. Mae, there's been no missing person reports. And that tends to happen when a kid goes missing from something like Harfest. Hell, I got 6 calls about kids out too late. And there would be a report. I'm reporting. This right here, this is a report. Mae, there's no break in the fence. And so unless someone could jump this thing, while carrying a teenager who hasn't been reported as missing. Any theories, Mae? They could have gone around the fence. I don't know, Mae. This fence goes out along the parking lots, almost to the tracks. For you to be right behind them, and then to be miraculously on the other side of the fence. I was running around half the night, getting after teenage bullshit, and people scared of clotheslines and noises. Are you trying to kick off a horror movie? No one believes the girl who saw the ghost. Well, I have bad news for you. The cop always dies. I'm sorry, we're talking about a ghost now. It must have gone through the fence. Really, Mae? No. Yes, I don't know. I'm really tired. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Will you at least check the woods? Mae, me and Dan McConnell were up there this morning because of what you said last night. From the fence up to the old mine, we found a couple teenagers on a gross mattress who saw a worried-looking deer and one deer hunter out too early. That can't be it. And that is it. The cop always dies. Oh man, if you were just a little taller, little longer legs, you could jump that. I don't know if I believe... I mean, I know what we saw as the player and as Mae is obviously going to line up. I just don't know if I have no idea whether I should be believing that this is real or not. I don't know. Oh wait, we gotta go to B before him, because that is, we're probably gonna start band practice. So I don't know. I'm so lost in my head with that one. Hope it's not. Well, it wouldn't be crying wolf though. Mae legit saw something and tried to call it out. I don't think that's the case here. Hey, B. Hey, thanks again for last night. I owe you one. It's fine. It was fun. My night got like really weird and bad after. How so? Tell you later, I guess. Still like putting it together? Okay, well, let me know how that goes. I will. I think it's band practice today. Yeah, I'm gonna go hunt down Greg. Shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, no, he's at the Snack Falcon. I don't know how that guy stays employed. He steals constantly, breaks supplies for fun, and leaves work whenever he wants. And Greg plays by his own rules. It feels more like the world plays by his rules. Whoa. I don't even know what that means. Still, whoa. You might not be wrong. He doesn't seem to be getting any trouble here. You know who also is very suspicious? You. Don't know why. It's the way he acts. I don't know. It could just be a normal thing here, but it's got to be someone tall. They were significantly taller than Mae, so about... You're still a little too short, I think. It's got to be someone tall. Maybe it is a ghost. I don't know. I don't think it's a ghost. I think it's a real person, and we maybe misinterpreted the fence thing or something. Someone went missing, though. I don't know why no one was reported missing. What's up, dude? Long night. Weird night. What's up? I'll tell you at band practice. Cool. What you up to? We gonna head out to band practice? Yeah, let's do this. Back to watch this fiasco again, huh? Yep. You're our only fan, Germ. I'm just here to be entertained. I'm a gentleman of leisure. Nice. I'm ready to play. Yeah. No. Oh, okay. Go convince Greg. He's all slow today. Can do. Hey, Angus. Hey, Mae. What's up? Nothing. I'm having a very boring week. Geez, I'm envious. So how about that demon tower? I beat it. Whoa, really? Yeah, I killed that vampire dude. That was a vampire? Did you get the good ending? What good ending? Oh, there's a good ending. God damn it. Sorry. How did you like the, regular ending? It was fine. Just fine. I don't even need a good ending. That's the spirit. Now I'm upset. How do you get the good ending? It's that room. Something to do with that room on the left in Demon Tower. But every time I died, I didn't want to go back and like lift all the pedestals again, or whatever the hell you're doing in there. I think you were taking something off of them and it like moved the pedestal up. I don't know if you have to do it in a certain order or something. I also killed a merchant on accident. I'm pretty sure in like one of the first 2 levels. That was disheartening. The guy had a very bloody death for I just immediately, right when it started. I don't remember what level it was. There was no, like, way to know if there was, like, an order or something. I don't know how you'd get a good ending. Either way, I got the regular ending. Like Mae, I'm internally upset, but gonna say that I'm okay with the regular ending. And I won't look anything up until we beat this. And I might go back and see some other scenes that I missed and also try to get a different ending to Demon Tower. Well, we'll see. Hey, dude. You okay? You look tired. I was up all night. They were fixing the roof door. And it was super loud. Roof door? Yeah, the door at the top of the stairs. It goes out onto the roof. Now I can, like, I don't know, run from that door down to the lobby. Up to the roof. And pee off the side of the building? Yeah, maybe not. Ooh, that's relevant. But what's to stop random people from doing that too? Dude, it'll be fine. Sorry, I'm just tired. Fair. Ready to go? Yeah, let's do this shit. Pumpkinhead guy. Uh-oh. Who's the pumpkin head guy? What's behind the mask? Okay. This is actually kind of hard. Oh. What? Okay. What is this nonsense? That was unexpectedly difficult. Okay, there's no way. That even the straight notes there, they were at a weird time. Like I couldn't get it. It was like way slower than I thought I was looking at. That was difficult. Holy shit. Oh, wow, mate, that was pretty bad is what it was. I literally do not know this song. Ew. So fast. You just pushed a button. I am so tired. I strained my vocal cords yelling. Awesome. I'm gonna sound so husky. And anyway, I don't even know if they're dreams or not. Okay, I'm assuming that you could have different scene there if I didn't do that bad. And this guy, who I think was a ghost, kidnapped some kid, and also I think he was in my head after while I was sleeping. And anyway, yeah, I think I need to do something because this is scary. Well, that is not what I was expecting to hear tonight. You okay, dude? No, I'm kind of freaked out. It probably wasn't a ghost. The fact that you saw it in your head while you were in your nightmares after, I don't remember seeing the guy again in your dreams, but I think it might have been in your head then. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, definitely. Okay, fine, I'll go figure this out myself. Aw, dude, don't be like that. You got us. Aw, dudes. Okay, fine. So, we need to maybe see if there's, like, some ghostly stuff happening around here. Like, from a source we can trust. Such as? Does the newspaper have a ghost section? What? Why is that a dumb question? You know, we could go check the library for books about it. No, they have the local paper on file, going back a century. If there's some secret history of kidnapper ghosts, we'll find it there probably. Oh, wow, I didn't know they had that. I thought it was just like a broken down old bunch of books. When's the last time you were at a library? We actually have one of the nicer ones around. Oh, how? Rich dude who paid for it way back when. Yeah, they set up a foundation and... Never mind, let's go. Can we regroup after? Sure. Okay, we'll be back. Woohoo, ghosties. That's the spirit. A library. Look, jobs. Weird, like when this was painted, it was like, hey, look out the window. We're all working. Things are great. Now it's like one of the graffiti murals after someone gets shot or hit by a car. And this mural is really affecting you. I forget that we live in separate realities. Mine's clearly better. Ooh. Pumpkin head guy. Dead. Yeah? I don't know if I was supposed to do good on that, but I definitely did not do... That was too much. Hey. Closing in 2 hours. Okay, cool. Any idea where the microfiche is? Microfiche. Microfiche. 3rd floor. Okay, thanks. Up. Okay, this is a little too nice of a library. I've never seen a library this fancy. It might be the music that's adding to it, though. There's a library that played this music in the background? Hell yeah. That's a computer. Looks like someone left something open on this one. It's a resume. Bob Targ, born 1967, 50 years old. Let's see. Experience mining, construction, well drilling. I never think about getting a job when I'm old. 50's not really old. I mean, you should have money then, right? Ideally. It should be like guaranteed. It should be guaranteed in general. You gonna join my young socialist chatterbox group? Holy crap. What? It's Charity Barity. What's Charity Barity? How do you not know Charity Barity? I assume this is something from school. The school of being 5 freaking years old. Alright, so this was a thing you liked as a kid. No, I hated Charity Barity. It does look really hateable. It was like... you were kidnapped by a cult. And when they were like... brainwashing you, instead of some cult guy with a wavy dagger and a magic mask. That's not... okay, yeah, go on. Instead of it was this effing pink nightmare. You were scared of it. No, I was bored to death. I was talking forever about like being kind to others. And like, I don't know, helping an old neighbor do engine repair. And that sounds nice. Charity Barity helps old Mr. Plonko fix his hovercraft. No, that's the worst part. It always rhymed. Charity Barity, pink nightmarity. Charity Barity, I just don't care-ity. Geez, they sure made a lot of these books. I think they're still making them. And this one looks pretty old. Charity Barity, danger everywhere-ity. And that's vague and disconcerting. Could have just ended up or kept updating that one book. Wait, we're not even on the right floor then. Good old Charity Barity. That looks like a South Park drawing. I don't know why. Oh, going up. What am I thinking of from South Park? There's a bear. I don't know, it's been a long time since I've watched any. Sniff. Oh wow, it's dusty up here. It's old up here. Sure is. Maybe your ghost is up here? Yep, ghost. Or something. Whatever it was. He walked through a chain-linked fence. Or flew over it. Or something. While carrying something. Oh, right. Well, that's even more impressive. So we're gonna go find this guy. Because he took someone. And he's like somehow connected to this thing I've been going through. And that's not good. And that all sounded a lot more badass in my head. It's okay. It was fine. What is... Alright, there she is. Cool. So, I have no idea how to use it. Really? I can't know how to do everything. I'm sorry, but what expertise have you brought to this thus far? This whole thing was my idea. No, your idea was ghost hunting. My idea is to do at least a tiny bit of research on it. If you think it's so stupid, then why are you here? Because you're my friend, you asshole. Oh. We friends, B-Twiz. Here, let me get this set up. We'll be here all night if your dumb ass is in charge. Holy. Alright, so what are we looking for? Tragedy at Stafford Mine. Spectral happenings at Possum Jump. I want to steer. No. Move. I'm steering. Ow. Jeez, Mae. I'm sorry. Okay. How do we do this? Step 1, look at the screen. Step 2, move around and look at stuff. Step 3, find ghost. Sure. Uh-oh. This is a lot of stuff to read. Stanley T. Possum statue is officially open to the public, and we have to say we are smitten. For 2 cents, one can enter a Stanley and spend quite a lovely time looking for the Possum Springs of yesteryear in the museum, enjoying some popped corn and fresh lemonade in the snack parlor, decorated with Tiffany glass electric lights, before heading up to the full 10 feet. Heading up a full 10 feet to see the sights of our beloved town through the eyes of this grand possum. There's even a beautiful train diorama that will delight you, both young and old. We predict Stanley T. Possum will be a sight that all will passing through our town will desire to behold and will be sure to draw many crowds. Unfortunately, Samuel Coulson has purchased 10 acres of land on the outskirts of Possum Springs. When we inquired as to what Mr. Coulson would use that land for, he only remarked that what was coming here would delight both young and old for years to come. Both of these talk about young and old here. Okay, here's the top. Let me just, oh my god. Pie piracy. Dear citizen, please make note to keep your pies safe during the pleasant weather we are experiencing. Several ladies have reported pies from their kitchens disappearing at alarming rates. Even worse, the picky culprit is leaving behind only the rhubarb pies. Until this culprit or criminal is caught, or the bad weather returns, we remind our housewives to make use of their pie safes indoors, or stick to rhubarb. The Stanley T. Possum statue, finally slated for demolition, posse closed in 1967, but Richard Coulson, son of Samuel, had hopes of refurbishing the statue for new generations. Posse stood silent for close to 60 years, witnessing the beginnings of the demise of the railroad, the mines, and the coke works that ushered in his existence. Teens and other vandals broke into Posse over the years, and climbing through a posse became a rite of passage for many young people in the area. Residents have been torn over what to do with the beloved but derelict structure over the years. But 3 years ago, pressure began mounting to have it torn down. A storm knocked off Posse's ear, and the next year, Ralph Jenkins fell from the staircase and broke both his legs. Samantha Coulson Glick, daughter of Richard, finally agreed that it was time for Posse to go. The demolition will begin at 12 on Saturday, and viewing areas will be set up a safe distance. Progress Springs and Possum Springs. Owner Randolph, owner of the Bell's Hole Mine Works, partnered with Sam Collins, Daniel Glick, railroad magnate, and prominent business owner Harrison Schreegeist to make some stunning improvements to the town. The four men desired to build a model of progressive living right here in Possum Springs. The old miners' double houses on Elm Street will be torn down and replaced with spacious single homes. Do we live on Elm Street? I believe so. A new elementary school will be opened nearby, along with a new state-of-the-art recreation center, courtesy of Arnold Applebaum. This is in addition to the improvements Randolph Stanford promised the previously striking miners. There's been a sighting of an albino groundhog from the very reliable source at this time. Edgar Studer reports that he saw the pure white beast digging near Shade Gap. Mr. Studer has declined to give any more of an exact location and implores his fellow hunters to admire this anomaly from afar and leave him to his business. We could not agree more with this upstanding citizen and remind townsfolk that if you're interested in seeing the albino creature, to stop by Suddy's barbershop for a peek at the albino raccoon. We're certain this will assist your mind in completing the search for the groundhog. Underground gases afflict many. The house on Larch Street has been evacuated after the discovery of gas buildup in the basement was found to have led to hallucinations in scattered members of the households. For the past several weeks, residents have been complaining of family members who began hearing voices or seeing things that were not there. One older woman who was found having an animated discussion with an empty chair. When pressed, she calmly explained that she was talking to her sister, who had passed away some 50 years ago. 2 nights ago, the son of Carson Zimmer ran out of the house and leapt into Cooper's Pond, 1 mile up the road. Moments before, this child had been readying for bed, and according to another sibling, became increasingly agitated. The last words he uttered were about some sort of song before he dashed out of the house and into the night, where his watery grave awaited him. This last event persuaded residents to request help from officials to see if this is related to St. Leuven's lantern, a phenomenon where exposure to specific underground gases leads certain victims to experience waking dreams, auditory hallucinations, and the sense of unseen presences. Preliminary tests indicate that the gas is present in the homes, and mining officials are moving to the residents until more tests can be completed. This potentially is a red herring, but it could be related. This is interesting. I'm going to take a picture of it. Strike lumbers on. The strike is now in its 30th day with no end in sight. The bosses have refused to meet with the miners, saying their demands are too fantastical. The miners claim they are only asking the bosses to adhere to safety standards that are already the law. The National Guard was called in after last week's scuffle, and the Coulson Coke Works Union has joined the cause, which has caused an uptick in national press arriving at the site. The women's camp has expanded its services from serving meals to beating any non-union miner from entering the mines. So far, they've been successful in both ventures. This is huge. Ghostly rumors haunt New Historical Society. Possum Springs Historical Society's conversion of the Schreegeist House into its new headquarters and education center has hit a snag. Custodial head Jed Newsom has resigned, citing strange occurrences in the old manor. I'd be there for after hours doing my work, and I'd hear someone walking around, trying doorknobs. I came out to see who was fooling, but there was never nobody there. That means there always was somebody there. I'm kidding. Trying to get this map room operational for the children, all the while I'm looking over my shoulder expecting to see God knows what. You censored. Mr. Newsom had previously requested to work only daylight hours when other staff were present in the building. But even that proved to be too terrifying. I don't go to the off-limits areas anymore. I don't go up past the second floor and then only go to the office. I know the others laugh and say I'm seeing Little Joe or something, but they can all go spit. Little Joe, for the uninitiated, was a local ghost story popular some years ago. The Possum Springs Historical Society has refused to comment on Mr. Newsom's claims at this time. Okay. That's one ghost story we have there. I'm gonna go from the outside. Deep Hollow County mourns. The final group of bodies from the 1888 explosion have been recovered 2 days shy of the first 1 year anniversary of the tragedy. These 5 men bring the total of dead to 112. 2 of the men, Addison Pine and Henry Harvey, were the ones who set off the explosion. Harvey? Is the kid that's missing Harvey? I don't know. I don't think... Oh god, I have to go back and look. Although mine bosses have been informed that gas pockets were present in that section, they elected to not inform Pine and Harvey of the possible danger. The other 3 bodies belong to Peter Bledsoe, Christian Stanoff, and Peter Lytha. I don't know how to pronounce that. His funeral arrangements will be handled by Father Littiz, as the man's widow has since returned to Hungary with his 2 orphans. I wonder which people are going... well, we know for sure that one of the kids is missing. I wonder if it's like... granddad or something, and some relative of Pine is going to go missing as well. Strange but true. A tale of teeth. Wait, we have a tooth? Strange but True is an ongoing series about a weird and forgotten aspect of Deep Hollow County history and culture, published weekly. Bad bosses figure heavily into Possum Springs history, and this morbid tale of crime and secret societies is no exception. The story goes, in 1870, a local mine boss was skimming workers on their pay. A group of miners confronted him while he was in the act. He denied everything, with many a slur, and punched the miners' leader, Darnell Glace, in the face. Oh, this is related to the story. Rose's story. Yeah, he denied everything with many a slur and punched the miners' leader in the face. This is definitely Granddad. Causing him to lose his remaining tooth. Is that why there was a tooth in a safe? The miners knew how much Darney's tooth meant to him, and they descended on the boss. A few held the boss down while others removed all of his teeth with pliers. Oh my god. The teeth were passed out to the miners, and a secret society was created with a vow to protect the workers' interests. Okay, this is a little far for that. Membership was based on owning one of these teeth, and each was marked with a symbol of their choosing. These symbols were used around the coal patch to organize meetings and make announcements. The boss survived his attack but never named his attackers for fear of implicating himself. When died a few years later, members dug up his grave to retrieve his skull. Jesus. It was used in ceremonies performed before going out for retribution. All would gather round, place their teeth in the sockets, and later retrieve their tooth after the retribution was completed. Upon a member's death, their tooth would be passed to a new member. Teeth of members in jail would be left in their sockets until their fates were decided. After the strike of 1889, the society dwindled. Occasionally, a descendant of one of these men will find a tooth with strange markings in their home. Strange but true. But you're not wrong. I definitely found... I'm taking a picture of this. I'm going to need to reread that myself between episodes. That... We found a tooth. There's more to it. Granddad was part of a secret society. Possum Massacre. Severe violence broke out at the Stafford mine strike today. The bosses arrived to attempt to renew talks and were taunted by some of the children present. Rocks were thrown, and the National Guard and strikebreakers opened fire on the crowd. After a few minutes, the smoke cleared and the gory scene revealed. 9 miners were dead with a dozen more injured. A young brother and sister were also shot dead as they were delivering a package of food to their father and uncle, who was on strike below when the shooting broke out. Ooh. The photograph of the 2 children, aged 7 and 9, who were shot in cold blood, has circulated far outside our little country. The heinous act led to a personal visit from the governor to the strike site to meet with strikers. Independent inspectors were also brought in, and talks finally began. 45 days since the start of the strike. The bosses have agreed to comply to the current safety standards and to honor the demands of the workers. So the miners during the strike threw rocks at the National Guard who were trying to make them stand down. There was smoke everywhere, but 2 children were shot, and that's dark. New old store in town center. The Old Pickaxe. A hardware store is set to have its grand opening this Saturday. We received a sneak peek of the store yesterday, and our town will greatly benefit from this new addition. Roy Berg is bringing 25 years of building experience into his new venture, and has stocked the shelves with all the nuts and bolts and nails you would need for any project, plus the latest in tools. Stop by. I wanted to test that. We can comment on all these. This is interesting, but yeah, not exactly about a ghost. The way you say ghost, it sounds like you don't believe me. No ghost. What about this? No ghost here. Okay, they're not actually commenting, they're just looking for the ghost. Okay, we've read you, so I'm gonna go... strike at Stafford Mine has been called. The idea first arose, and there I've already read that. Right? Or is it similar to another one? Let me just... Miners gathered in the home of Arthur Borowski to continue the memorial to their friends. I have not read this. They also began recounting all of the promises the bosses had reneged on this past year, including basic safety measures to avoid another explosion. A group of 20 miners entered the mines to begin the strike, and 30 more joined them before morning. All work had been stopped at the mine, and the miners are now striking in 8-hour shifts. Their wives and children have begun to bring food and water for the men. The bosses have stated that the mines are safer than they were a year ago, and there's no need to act in this manner. Interesting. Do you have a comment about this? No. Little ghost. Little Joe is at it again. As the school children are quick to inform you, Possum Springs has at least one resident who won't show up on any census survey. Little Joe, purportedly the ghost of Joe Shade, a miner who died in mysterious circumstances some decades ago, is a favorite spook story of the whimsical and weird members of our community. His most recent activities seem to involve getting up out of his coffin in the old section of Possum Springs Cemetery and strolling around, unnerving visitors to the largest grave in Deep Hollow County. His grave has become a destination for unruly and often destructive local youths, and as such, Possum Springs City Council is considering erecting an iron gate to protect the historical tombstones that fill the small hollow where Joe Shade lies buried. Police have also stepped up patrols in the area, so be warned, thrill seekers. You may not see a ghost, but you may see a fine for trespassing. Okay, and we've already read that. Neo. Underground gases we've already read, so we're kind of circling around here now. For 2 cents, one can enter Stanley, and quite a lovely time. Yeah, we've read that one, I'm fairly sure. Sound off opinion line. We would like to remind the men of our town to please refrain from spitting on the sidewalk. This unsanitary habit is unseemly and beneath you. Parents, please be sure your daughters are not participating in the new trend of skirts showing the ankles. I do not think we need to remind you of which road of brimstone this temporary fashion trend will lead your dear daughters down. I have been witnessing more and more teenage girls coming into our town on a Saturday night unchaperoned, using vulgar slang terms, certainly unfit for me to print here, and blocking the sidewalks by walking arm in arm. They are loud and also flirt with boys unabashedly while smoking cigarettes. These young ladies need to be stopped before our young ladies get any ideas or our boys fall in with the wrong girl. Young men have been seen around Possum Springs engaging with the ridiculous behavior of wearing mismatched patterns in their suits. This type of outfit may be all the rage in Bright Harbor, but good luck getting any respectable businessmen around here to employ you. You all look like rabid clowns. Councilman Puchinskaya's plan for the 3rd Street is a joke. What else is there to say? Well, it is an opinion line, at least. It's not written as, like news story or something. Last trolley will make its run September 4th. Bernie Goss, the longest employee in 25 years as an operator, will pick up passengers starting at the Market Street tunnel entrance and will end at the trolley garage, etc., etc. That's not important. Twin Club will be meeting at the Stags on Wednesday night. This month's craft will be knitted hats for the soldiers, along with a potluck. All mothers of twins of any age are welcome. It is a twin club, so yeah, sure. Explosion occurred at 6:20. All work is ceased while men attempt to rescue any survivors. So far, 3 men have been pulled out alive, along with 20 dead. The explosion occurred 10 miles deep in the mine, and only one group of men were able to escape before the elevator's rope snapped and the next group of men plummeted to their death. So far, hopes of finding more survivors is low. The main path to the tunnel caved in due to the explosion, and survivors are still attempting to piece together exactly where everyone was during the incident. Yeah, this whole board just tells a very good story. Damn. 2 local sweethearts were startled this past Sunday night as they hiked along the wooded air overlook known as Possum Jump. According to the lovebirds, at approximately 11:45 p.m., a figure appeared to walk from the edge of the cliff out into the open air and then disappeared. Forestry workers the next morning were unable to locate any evidence of anyone having leapt from the great height, leaving the exact nature of what the two saw a mystery. A decent hike up into the State Forest Hills, Possum Jump is famous for its beautiful view of the Echo Reservoir. It also holds historical importance, as it hosts the lonely graves of several persons involved in the Possum Massacre. Yeah, we've read you. I think we've read everything. I'm pretty sure I just went through all of this. Surprisingly. Alright, I'm just gonna click on you. Oh, look. A scooch so I can see. Graveyard. Yeah, that's a gimme. I mean, if you're looking for ghost stuff, that's where they make them. Looks like they saw him in the old section. Oh, cool. That's where his grave is. I'm actually interested in that. How could you not be interested? This is actual dangerous ghost stuff. I like history. Ghosts are history. History that won't stay history. That's actually pretty good. Okay, and then we have... Yep. Hey. Ghost spotted. Historical Society. A history that won't stay history. In a history place. A history place? Yeah, I've never been. You didn't go back in school? I think this was when I was in school. Wasn't in school. Oh, after the softball incident. Yeah, mostly just watched TV and did therapy. Wait, that's how you hurt someone? It was a softball incident? Well, it's actually a pretty cool old house. Used to be owned by one of the mine owners or something. Railroad, mine, steel mill, something like that. An actual haunted house. No. Elementary school kids are there all the time. They have like summer arts and craft programs. Oh, well, it's still worth checking out. There. I want to know what you have to say about this. Oh, wow, this is gnarly and awesome. Oh my god. You also found a tooth. Don't want to talk about it though. No ghost here. Yeah, but hallucinations. That's important, right? Hey, look at this. Yeah. Looks like Possum Jump. Let me read it. It's Possum Jump. Okay, yeah, that's up in the state park, right? Yeah. Never been up there? Nope. Gonna check it out though. Go nuts. Okay, well, that's like 3 leads. Let's boogie. Let's boogie. Also, is that it? I mean, I am done. But if I say no, will you actually comment on this stuff now? Aw, damn it. Alright, I've hit square on everything. I have found no... The only line is no ghost here, so... Done? So, we've got some leads. Can I borrow your car this week? Do you even have a license? I mean, no, regardless, but do you? Nope. No license, no credit cards, don't believe in money. You just believe in other people's cars and money. I didn't choose to be born in this society. Okay, well, I have, a job. So I can't drive around to all these spots. Can maybe do the graveyard? I need to go there anyway. Cool. I'll see if Greg wants to do the other 2. I probably don't have to say this. Just because something happened in the past doesn't mean it's gonna happen again. Hey, nerd, you ever heard that history repeats? It does. It does the same thing over and over again. So we've just been in a loop since we're living in caves. Since we've been living in caves. Yeah, not science. Oh my freaking god. Uh-oh. Who are you two? I don't think we've seen them. Have we? Ahem. Wait. No, he doesn't have bandages. What is... Is that Miss Kelsey. Oh, wow. I haven't seen her since graduation. She was always kind of a badass. School district did not fund that art program at all, but she made it work. And she was like some sort of art teacher survivalist. Wow, I never realized. I think they pay her in bits of string and empty soda cans. Thank you all for coming to this second meeting of the Possum Springs Poetry Society. You want to stick around for this? Yeah. We have to support Selmers? Tonight we have a poem from myself and Fisherman Jones and Selma Ann Forrester. Oh, Selmers is a nickname. I will start us off with one of my own. They don't actually pay her in string, right? Yes, Mae, they literally pay her in string. I was just joking. Right. A letter to my worst student. To my worst student. To the subject of my stories. I tell friends back home, when they ask about life, out here in the sticks, it's you. I worry. At the end of my life, you will be the only one I remember. But why? You, key, my car. I know. It was you, Brian. Thanks, everyone. Poor Miss Kelsey. At least she's blowing off some steam. Next up, Fisherman Jones. Fisherman Jones has a poem for us. Two poems. They're short, though. 2 poems. Take it away. Hi, folks. Thanks. This is called Tunnel Eels. Tunnel eels, tunnel eels. I do not know how it feels to be in the darkness all the time, born in muck and raised in slime. But neither do you know the paths I've trudged, so it's hardly your place to judge. Okay, that's one poem. The next one is shorter. This is called Tunnel Frogs. Tunnel frogs swim in the dark. Must think it would be a lark to be a fisherman like me. But what do you know, amphibie? No? Amphibie? That's it. That's great. Thank you, Fisherman Jones. He definitely talks to the actual fish. Oh, most definitely. Wait, that is the guy who's like, oh, God, you were listening? Stop. In the tunnel. Tunnel fish, tunnel eels, tunnel... Of course. He was doing poetry the whole time. I thought he was just talking to himself. I mean, it was. Finally, a poem by Selma Ann Forrester. Yay, Salmers. Thanks, Mae. You know her. Dude, she's like your neighbor. Oh. She writes these really funny, dorky, short poems. I'm up for something short and funny. And this is called There's No Reception in Possum Springs. But she's not wrong. No reception here. I waved my black phone in the air like a flare, like a prayer, but no reception. I read on the internet, baby face boy billionaire. Phone apps sold more money, made more money in one day than my family over 100 generations, more than my whole world ever has. World where house-buying jobs became rent-paying jobs, became living with family jobs. Boy billionaires. Money is access to politicians, waiting for us to die, lead in our waters, lead in our waters, alcohol and painkillers. This is nothing like the poems you showed me so far. Replace my job with an app, replace my dreams of a house and a yard. with a couch in the basement. The future is yours. Forced 24/7 entrepreneurs. I just want a paycheck and my own life. This is not funny. I'm on the couch in the basement, and they're in the house and the yard. Some night I will catch a bus out to the west coast and burn their Silicon City to the ground. Holy shit. Wow, damn. Huh. She rhymed entrepreneur. I don't even know what that word means. Thanks, everyone. Is she always like this? No. Wow. Huh. Thanks, everyone. See you in 2 weeks. Hey, Selmers. What? I liked your weird poem. Thanks, I wrote it myself. Wait, was that the assumption that she didn't write it, or Nice work, Smelmer. I don't like that nickname. What are you two? Sorry. That's cool. Can we go now? I don't know. A blueness, a eunice, a dankness, and thankness. Okay. Okay, thanks for coming. We live here. Right, so... Find anything out about your ghost? Yeah. Tell him, B. There were some newspaper clippings that talked about a ghost. Not just any ghost, Little Joe. I don't really remember Little Joe. He's a ghost miner. He died in mysterious circumstances. Wow. I know, right? Mysterious. I thought you were, like, afraid of this ghost. Like, filled with dread and shit. I'm terrified. Okay. So I mentioned 3 different places we can all check out. I have work and stuff. Yeah, Greg and I also have work. You guys skip out on work all the time. Maybe we can, like, split this up. Share custody of you and your ghost. Well, what places were you thinking about? The graveyard. I call that one. It's close and not illegal. Is there an illegal one? It sure is. The Historical Society. You know you don't have to, like, break in. The people there, like, get paid to show it to you. Anyway, I'm in for the Historical Society. Awesome. So, what do I get stuck with? Possum Jump. Oh, I know Possum Jump. We used to go there in Scouts. Perfect. Okay, I need to, like, actually get home and do work. This is gonna be awesome. And I'm also scared to death. Oh boy. This is a good way to do it. Do I get to choose which one I do first? Hang out. I would go with Angus first, for sure. I need more Angus time. Thought if I die, Selmer should write a poem about it. What happened to her poetry, though? Before it was... Well, I guess it was a little more simple. This one was just stating everything wrong with everything. It was crazy. Yeah, seems like that going around. Yeah. Yuppers. So, you and your mom had a bit of a fight yesterday, huh? Yeah. I thought you two were getting along. We are. Just a bump. You two, always too alike. I guess. I got your chill and her smartassness. I just hate to see you two on the outs again. It'll be fine. We're cool. So we're having money problems. What? No, we're fine. Dad. Mae, it's fine. It's okay. I'm 20. I can handle it. Nothing to handle. Okay. Might just head up to bed tonight. Sounds good, kid. Been a long couple of days. Nothing there. I go in here and like I'll hide in here at night. What if there's a ghost at night? Can't believe how dehydrated. I read all that. That was a lot more than I was prepared for. I probably should have paused and grabbed a drink before I read all that. My throat is not handling it. All three of them. Hey, let me know when you want to hit the cemetery. I should be around most nights this week. Okay, maybe we do get to choose. I don't know. Thanks, baby. Don't think me too hard. I'm going there anyway, and it's like right down the road. You're ruining this. Oh, in that case, you are so incredibly welcome, and also you better not forget this big favor. That's more like it. I'm falling asleep. Had fun tonight. Sorry if I was grouchy. It's just, it's fine. Wait, did you fall asleep? Lol. Yo, I looked up the Historical Society on the internet. It's real old, but then they did big renovations. Oh, really? I mean, listen, I'm not saying there's a ghost, but old stuff that just got torn up seems like Ghost Central. How so? You're a ghost hanging out in an old house, and then someone puts in a pool where you died or something. Haunted pools would be actually pee scary. I'm spooked. I'm going to bed. Hey, Mae. Let me know when you want to go to the park. I looked up a map and it's a pretty straight shot up to Possum Jump. Okay, great. We never get a chance to hang out. It'll be fun, I think. Okay, I'm going to sleep. Night, sir. Dipshot. I wonder if we're ever going to get to hear about what's going on with Casey here. Also, just for... Okay. That had to happen. Yeah, didn't we get a new song? Oh, TikTok. That's new. Excuse me? Yes, TikTok. That terrible Charity Beardy song about telling time. Punched up the lyrics a bit with Greg back in high school. Let's see if I can remember all the words. Uh-oh. What the? I just realized I'm blocking the lyrics. That was rough. That was real rough. If I'm blocking the lyrics, I have no idea where I could even move. Not bad, considering I don't know how to play this song. That was certainly something. Barity Barity is a nightmarity. Agreed. That was a little bit difficult. This would be so much easier if I had 4 things in front of me to press or something, but the gamepad, the way it's laid out, I mean, square, then triangle, then X, then O, like, it's not a normal pattern that I would look at. So when it's on the left and then it tells me to go to the right, as much as I was like, oh, that's clearly O, I'm going to press O. If I see it on the right, but it's one from the right, I'm just going to, I don't know. It's hard to process it. I feel like I'd really like to actually try this mini game on a keyboard. That'd be great. I don't know if I could actually do that, plug it into the PS5 or something. That would be fun, though. But either way, I'm going to attempt the other song again quick on my own. It's going to be a massacre, so hold on. It actually gets slower. This is such a weird time. Okay. How do you do this? This is so much easier. This would be so much easier with a keyboard just laid out in front of me, but that is a disaster. That would be so much easier. I literally do not know this song. I'm gonna have to give up a little bit of hope on that one, that's for sure. I don't think I'm gonna get even pretty good for not knowing the song, a text out of that one. I don't know, maybe next time I'll try grabbing a keyboard and plugging it in and see if I can actually just hit those 4 notes or translate them somehow. That would be really sweet. Because it is a cool, fun mini game. It actually, there's no latency. It feels correct. It's just really hard to look at it, and especially that part. Oh my god. That is a mess. Okay. It's bedtime. This is going to be a weird episode to split, that's for sure, because I didn't plan on recording 2 episodes in a row, but I did anyway. So I apologize. I may have to stop this at a strange spot. But first we got a nightmare to go through. Oh. Oh. What the hell? Why did I fall there? That was weird. I went through it. Wait, can I not? I can stand that. How did that happen? I don't know how I fell the first time. You got the saxophone first. Certainly feels like it's getting more chaotic. The structures in the dreams are getting more tilted and incoherent. There's gotta be one right up here. Violin? Well, I found that one fast. Okay, we should be fine. No! Oh, I can climb that. I cannot climb that. I don't think I can get back a normal way. Okay, so now we have... I don't know what those people are, but we have people smoking in the silhouettes. We have a lot of people just like floating upside down. Is it right here? Is this where we started? Yeah. I'm gonna go with a giant fish this time is going to appear. Not... Oh! Is that a flamingo or an ostrich? Or a crane? That was a different wake-up sound. Is this different? This almost sounds different too. Huh. Maybe the music changes per chapter. Right, all three of them. Last night inspired me. For the longest night, I'm getting you a library card. You're welcome. For longest night, I'm getting you a library card? Okay. All I know is that is something I can click on in the extras. Dude, my mouth tastes weird this morning. Wait, is longest night a holiday? For longest night, I'm getting you a library card. Longest night must be a holiday then, because they've mentioned it like, kind of like, I thought it was like Christmas or something. Like a tire. I'll be at work trying to wash it out with whatever is in the cooler. Planets are to be pitted as they cannot know how big or cool they are. Dr. Kathy Conklin, National Astronomy Agency. Okay. Thank you, Sharkle. All right, well, I doubt we're going to have a different song from when we woke up. I'd love to play one of our dream songs, though. Those are very interesting songs. Okay, we gotta look in here quick. Still no dialogue about that mysterious tooth you have, huh? Hey, bird. Sorry I'm always rude to you. No, hey, hon. Morning, sunshine. Oh, it's a happy morning. You feeling okay? You look a little limp. Yeah, weird dreams. Weird night. You say weird a lot. Just being honest. You taking headache meds? They're in the bathroom cabinet. Yeah, I am. They're kinda working, kinda not. Well, maybe you need more sleep. I mean, more than 10 hours. The 10 hours or so you get already. You've always been my sleepy girl. Oof. What did you do last night? There is some passive aggressiveness behind everything she says, I swear. Went to the library with B. That sounds nice. It was. Weird. Interesting. Okay, gotta go. Be safe, hon. Take it easy. You really do look a little tired. Getting out makes me feel better. Me too. Maybe it's a good day to get out in the fresh air. I'll let you know. Bye, sweetie. Nice and sunny today. I hate rainy days. Just want to never leave bed. I love them. Nice and gray. Sun's too bright sometimes and needs some cloudies. Slimmy little eel you are. Eels, Mom. Eels, honey. Alright, I'm out. Bye-bye, sweetie. Eels. Alright, well that was that. I'm actually so tired that I haven't been able to formulate a thought of how to do an outro correctly. So I'm just gonna end this here, and in the next one we'll continue. I don't want to break this up by me going to explore around the town or something, and then cutting it out just at a random point, because I like to do the same rounds every time if I can get away with it. But yeah, this game continues to be. It's such a it's a nice world to just exist in. It's fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. It's very heavy, that's for sure. There's a lot of heavy stuff that they're jokingly, being sarcastic about and pushing off to the side occasionally, but the whole theming of this game is very well done in a very realistic way. Like, this feels just unexpected on top of being very real. Like, it's with most things, with most stories, you'd be like, okay, there's a potential ghost, potential murderer, who knows, potential kidnapper, serial killer, who knows what it'll be. But it also could just be in Mae's head as well, whatever's going on here. And I honestly can't figure it out. But in most media, if that was kind of presented, I feel like I would have a good idea of like what to expect. I'd be able to guess a little bit of what's going on. But they're presenting you with everything as well. They brought up the gaseous thing. So I don't know what the red herring actually is. Is the aunt lying about finding footsteps, finding tracks? Is Mae unreliable narrator? Are we just seeing things? Did we actually see something, but they actually covered their tracks and they do have mad leaps, so they jumped the fence? Who knows? But even if they did that, like, they didn't find any tracks. Maybe they didn't look for tracks. They just looked for actual people. But they would have been long gone by then, so it wouldn't have mattered. I don't know. But I'm like, I actually have no idea. This game is so well presented. But anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know if you like it, and I will see you in the next one.